Hello YouTube, it's me Nick, and welcome back to the Lucky Shot 13 YouTube channel. And I am just super pumped again to be playing some Minecraft for y'all, okay? Oh yeah, super excited. Doing a little shimmy, right? Alright, so, I'm trying to remember, let's see, last time we hung out and did an episode, we built this thing, right? Our little cow breeder cooker thing. Right, and did a couple other minor things. Well, in the interim, since we've been apart, I have expanded our little meteor impact site. I have made Crater Lake bigger, just because I thought, man, Crater Lake just looks way too small. It didn't look right, okay? I've played around with a couple of ideas for sort of the research area that I want to put over top of said meteor impact site, and I've pretty much settled on something very cube-ish going over top of it. I experimented with sort of a dome look, and to be honest, the dome didn't look right, okay? Yeah, I mean, I used a little circle chart. I kind of, I did what you do when you make domes, and I didn't like how it looked, okay? I wasn't feeling it. But it's going to be all made of glass. The walkway out here, glass with some other blocks sprinkled in, and of course the two iron doors to make it look very official-ish. As official as we can be, of course, in Minecraft. But actually, we're probably not going to be working on that at all today, okay? Sort of what I have planned is, just going mining and talking a bit, because we enchanted for the first time yesterday, and man, it was a good enchanting session. Yes, I know it's just iron stuff. I understand it's not the diamond stuff. I wish it was. Like, if I could have gotten a diamond fortune 3, boom, straight off the bat, would have loved it. Didn't, but still, efficiency 4, fortune 3, and breaking 3. Then we got efficiency 3, fortune 2, and breaking 3. I mean, I tell you what, man, that's some pretty good stuff, right? Okay, so I figured, there's one thing we're missing for our crater. With all the talk of what we're going to be doing and the, this diamond meteor and all that, it got me thinking about something, and that's the fact that I don't really actually have any diamonds to speak of. So I figured we could pop down into the mine shaft over here that Iron Pine has constructed, where we've been before a time or two, and just mine a little bit and chat. I don't have a whole lot. Oh, nope, I went past it. Yep, here we go. I don't have a whole lot on my mind, but I got a few things. Just some things that I want to talk about, some things to get off my chest, good news, bad news, and different news, a little bit of everything, right? So we will just hop on down here. We will eat. We will throw our torches into our offhand, and we will just akimbo this baby out. So, let's get to working, right? Alright, so first things first, let's start off with some good news. So, I'm recording this on the night of the 29th of September, and officially, as of today, I have finally found full-time employment. Now, of course, for those of y'all who have been hanging out with me on Minecraft, or know me for a little while, know that it has been a long time coming. Oh my goodness, that was stupid. That was dumb. Anyway, it has been a long time coming for me to be able to finally find something and work full-time again, okay? Just due to some family issues and some health issues and some just general bad luck, right? In general, just some bad luck. I haven't had a job since June of this year. Okay, so I finally got me some full-time employment today, working in manufacturing, and I'm super excited. I mean, I really am. I mean, it's a great opportunity for me. I mean, it pays well. It'll support my family. It gives me some extra cash flow coming in, which is always important because I'm coming up on some computer upgrades. I'm coming up on, the new PlayStation 4 coming out. I'm coming up on a bunch of stuff where it's going to be really, really nice to have the extra cash coming in. Okay? So that's my bit of good news, right? Okay. I said I had bad news, but I guess I don't really have terrible news. But the bad news is, of course, is that I thought I was coming up on a time where I was going to be able to record sort of more and more. But it does not look as if that's going to be the case now. Not that I plan on slowing down the actual production of the YouTube videos, but it certainly doesn't look like it's going to be increasing. So I was talking about maybe doing daily uploads. Oh my goodness, there's a creeper. Shoo. Shoo creeper. But it doesn't look like we'll quite be getting to, daily uploads as it stands right now. Still 4, maybe even 5 a week, just depending, like if we have a UHC or something, that we do as a group, which I do believe that we have been planning. I don't think I'm spoiling anything talking about that. Which we have been planning, then, that'll allow me to put out some extra uploads. Maybe reach that daily mark. A couple weeks here and there. Okay, so I guess that would be classified as bad news, I guess. I mean, it's not the worst kind of news. Like, hey, you got a job. I understand your recording kind of takes a back seat to some things, but I was really looking forward to being able to get out daily uploads. Who knows? Maybe the job won't tire me out too bad. Maybe I'll get some more time off than I'm thinking I'm gonna have. But that's sort of the bad news. Now on to the indifferent / channel news, and this sort of goes along with the upload schedule and all of this jazz, right? So it's all interconnected. Is in like 2 weeks there is a game coming out, okay? And it's called wow, I didn't bring any water buckets with me. That was bright. Let's actually go get some water before we go any further. We'll just go get some water. Good job, Nick. Great work. So anyway, there is a game coming out in a couple of weeks. I think it's the 12th of October. It'll be like the first early access day, I guess is what they're calling it. What they always do on Steam with new games. And it is called Stellar Overload. Okay, and this game looks sweet. Alright? It's in the same type of... I'll bring 2 buckets of water because I'm cool. It's in the same type of... Oh, I don't really want to say Minecraft. It's not quite. It's in that same vein, okay? Like, it's this open world sort of exploration and crafting game. Okay, it's based around, cube blocks, right? But it seems to me like it's more about exploration, and look it up, okay? Google this game. It looks absolutely awesome. So I was thinking about myself and a friend of mine here that I typically play Minecraft with, Mr. Redstone, are thinking about maybe doing like a little collaboration series with Stellar Overload. It's multiplayer, that has its own servers and everything, and we're thinking about maybe starting a series on that. So my thing would be, would that sort of series need to be solely in addition to Minecraft, or could I do, like, let's say I do 4 uploads a week. Could I do 3 uploads of Minecraft in a week, and then do 1 of Stellar Overload? Something like that, right? Just to change it up, just to put some different content on the channel, put some in here, some optional one. Something a little bit different out there. And just see how it goes. Because I'll tell you what, this game looks awesome in terms of the size and scope of what you can do. I mean, it's sort of like maybe, and not exactly, because I was disappointed by it too. It sort of seems like Minecraft meets No Man's Sky. Like, you have sort of infinitely generated planets that you can explore. I don't think it's quite infinite. I mean, you have all these different planets that you can explore. Man, I'm just doing all kinds of stuff wrong tonight. And it's got all these different kind of planets that you can explore and craft things, and it seems really, really neat. Okay, so I'll definitely be getting that. I'll definitely have the collab series. If it means, having to get 5 episodes out a week because you still want 4 Minecraft or whatever, then that's fine. And there we go. Diamonds. Do. And this is the Fortune 3, right? Oh, yes, Fortune 3. Dink. Yay! We did it. We found diamonds. I'm pumped now. I'm pumped. Jump up and down for joy, man. Here I go talking about Stellar Overload and how excited I am about that game. And I find some diamonds, man. That's a good luck right there. That's a good omen. So, anyway. So that'd be my thing. I would really love to play Stellar Overload and make that one of my uploads. And the fact that I get to do it with someone who's not on, the ComradeSMP, that I get to collab with somebody else is cool. Just because, Mr. Redstone has been very supportive of me here over the last few months, and we've really been looking hard for something to sort of collaborate on something. We've thought about doing it on Minecraft, but it's just, I'm not a great builder, he's not a great builder. We're not sure what we would collaborate on in terms of Minecraft stuff. That just is what it is. I mean, there's not much you can do about that, right? I mean, we both sort of know our limitations with things and don't really want to push it too far past that. But Stellar Overload is new, right? So it doesn't matter if you're not the best builder or crafter at Stellar Overload because it's new. No one is the best at it yet, and I think that's the exciting part about it, is that maybe it won't get as much traction on YouTube as some other new games do, and, we won't have to play out the same old things that everyone else is doing. Because now that's the one limitation there is to Minecraft right now. Although there is the new snapshot that came out yesterday for 1.11, like the exploration update and everything. And I think that's cool. But it's sort of the fact that you get to this point in Minecraft where you tend to rehash on old ideas, and you're pretty much recycling everyone else's bit and trying to put your own spin on it. And I understand that. I mean, I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that what makes YouTube so interesting is the fact that you get so many different, these diverse groups of people, and everybody likes to talk about some different things and has some different interests and all that, and I think that's great. But for me, I'm always looking for something new, the next big thing, if you will. I'm looking for something new and exciting. Stellar Overload certainly seems like it will be that. And of course, I would absolutely love to play the game with guys from the ComradeSMP as well. I mean, there is actually not a limit to how many people you can have on a Stellar Overload multiplayer server during the early access. They said they will add a player limit at a later date. But I think that'd be really cool. Just because it's something new, right? It gives everybody something new to work on. And I think that would just be fantastic. So, with that being said, we've covered Stellar Overload and everything. We have managed to find 9 diamonds so far, so we will keep on chugging. Okay? So, I guess that brings me to what I would call my next, what's a good word for it? I guess I'm just going to start calling these, like, soapbox moments, right? I mean, this is kind of not preaching at you, but just talking to you in a way that, I ain't been around that long, but I've been through a whole bunch of stuff, okay? So, not that my advice is extremely valuable, but, hey, you're watching my video, you can listen to what I have to say. So, last time I had one of these moments, oh, goodness gracious, that bat just scared the doo-doo out of me. Oh, man, that was so scary. That is not a lie. That was so scary. That thing just scared me so bad. Oh my gracious. Whew. Oh, catch my breath after that. Oh, nice little vein of gold. So, anyway, last time we were talking, I talked about how important I thought it was to be politically engaged, socially engaged, and to allow people to express viewpoints that are not your own. Okay, to sort of test yourself and challenge your knowledge and beliefs, okay? What I will talk about today is something that I think is not quite as important, but still extremely important, and that is a little thing called empathy, okay? It is something that is, if you live here in the U.S., is severely lacking in our politics right now, okay? I mean, not just on a major national level. I'm talking about even at the state and local levels around here. I'm talking even in the cities, okay? There's a complete lack of empathy with people, okay? Not only the apathy, right? No one even cares, like no one even bothers to try and find out how other people feel about things. Like there's just a complete lack of, oh gosh, what is even the word, of nicety to things anymore. I mean, it is almost a crime to care about people. And I think that's awful. I think that is an absolutely awful way to live. I think it's an awful way to format a country, or political debates, or the national forum. I think it's absolutely terrible. I think it's a crime against humanity, the fact that no one seems to have any empathy anymore. Like, we have politicians who describe success by how many bombs they can drop. Okay? And I'm not some hippie, tree hugging, type of dude. Okay? I mean, I'm from the South. I get how things work. I mean, I come from a very conservative place down here. But at the same time, man, success is not measured in bombs, right? Like, what even a terrible way to go about. Like, as the United States, it used to be, for better or for worse, and I mean, you can debate me down in the comments about it, but it used to be that here in America, we figured, hey, with enough time and hard work, we could fix the world's problems, right? That was America. We were the world's police force. We were the world's first aid kit. We were everything, right? I mean, that was kind of our deal here in the States. It's the fact that, you know, we figured we could fix the world's problems. Now we have politicians that don't want to fix the world's problems. We have politicians who want to drop nukes on people. Okay? We don't have politicians who want to promote democratic ideas. We have politicians who want to advance U.S. business interests in other countries. Okay? Now it's not about can we help people experience freedom and promote democracy around the world. It's can we make sure that our oil companies can get to all the oil in other countries and sort of remove anyone and everyone that gets in our way. Okay? This is not some sort of crazy crackpot conspiracy theory. It just seems to me that this is how the world works right now. Okay? Like, we don't care about workers anymore. We only care about businesses. Businesses don't care about consumers anymore. They only care about bottom lines. Okay? And it's terrible. It is a complete lack of empathy in our society right now, where it just seems like we don't care about other people. Okay? And it reminds me of, like watching the Star Wars Episode 1. Okay? And this is me nerding out and talking about, Star Wars. But if you think about it, right? Like, we're talking about something so simple in a movie made back, before Y2K and all that. And it's like, right, you always say that the problem in the world is that nobody helps each other anymore. Okay, well, like, little Anakin had a great bit of advice for the modern American. Okay? The problem with our society right now is the fact that no one wants to help anyone. And I'm not talking about welfare, free lunch kind of way. I mean, just at a basic level, no one wants to help anyone anymore. And I think that's a tragedy, to be honest. I mean, right, it used to be that if your house caught fire, your neighbors came over and helped you put it out with buckets. And I know I'm talking way back in the day. This is not my lifetime. I'm not that old. Right? But your neighbors would come over and help you put it out with buckets. And now your neighbors are your ones setting your house on fire. Okay? That's what I mean. It's just a complete breakdown in people's ability to empathize with their fellow man at a basic level. I mean, we are a country here in the States that on our Statue of Liberty, it says, give me you're tired, you're hungry, and you're poor, right? And we're talking about closing borders and building walls. Okay? And protecting our national security interests and helping people who currently live outside of this country are not mutually exclusive. And I'm not saying I have all the best ideas and that I'm right. I'm simply saying, where's the empathy for people? Where's the ability to look at someone else's problems and go, like, dude, okay, I get how that would be upsetting. Like, I can understand how that is an absolutely terrible situation. Like, and actually feel bad about it. Like, try for a second and feel someone else's pain, right? Try for a minute and imagine what it must be like to walk a mile in that person's shoes. I mean, we just don't do that anymore. We're just like, oh, well, they're freeloader. They mooch off of our, this and that. And it's like, doggone it. Where's the empathy? I mean, we can't be pro anything anymore. We're anti everything, right? Oh gosh, it drives me absolutely crazy. It drives me bonkers. All right, it boils my blood, to be honest. Just because I was raised in a household in a situation where, you know, uh, love your neighbor as yourself, right? Treat others how you want to be treated, and I've tried to live my life accordingly, right? I've tried to be charitable. Um, I originally studied, not that I'm ever going to end up going into that profession at this point with the way that uh, university prices are. But I mean, I went into a degree field in psychology with the intent of helping people, okay? And that's not me telling my saint story, that's just me being completely honest, okay? That's how I was raised. That's how I was brought up, right? Treat other people how you want to be treated, love your neighbor as yourself type of stuff, right? And I think it would be great if our local city, county, state, national leaders would remember for 1 second the golden rule. Okay? Just that one thing that we all had that hung up on our classroom in the first grade, right? That got hammered into our heads by our teachers, the golden rule. And it would be great if for 1 second if they could remember what that actually meant. If they could remember that, we're all stuck here together. Okay? We're all on this tiny little rock, hurtling around the sun at thousands of miles an hour, hundreds of thousands of miles an hour, probably. Um, and we're all stuck here together for a really long time. So if we could just get that through our heads and have a little bit of empathy again. Okay, so if you ever take advice from me, take this advice. Be empathetic. Put yourself in someone else's shoes for a minute. Be charitable when you can, because you may think to yourself, you may think for a minute. For example, you may go to Walmart sometime or some store, and they'll ask you, do you want to give $1 to like the Children's Miracle Network, or something to find a cure for like ALS or something. And you'll think to yourself, I don't know. Because one, you're not feeling very charitable, or two, you're running low on money, or three, you're just like, well, my dollar probably won't make a big difference either way. Like, if I don't give it, someone else will give $2, or if I do give it, $1 won't mean anything. Okay. This is empathy, right? Put yourself in someone else's shoes. If it was you suffering from something like ALS, or if your brother or your sister, or if your mother, or like me, your great grandmother has breast cancer, wouldn't you wish that whenever they're asked, that if they could, that if someone was asked to give $1 and it could save your brother or sister, it could lessen their suffering? It could save your grandmother's life when she has life-threatening cancer. It can make sure that your children didn't have to go to bed hungry or anything like that. Wouldn't you wish that someone would do that? Like, wouldn't that seem like the right thing to do? Like, you would want the help if you were in that situation. And if you didn't and you're too prideful for it, well, then that's its own conversation we'll have another time whenever I get up on my soapbox about pride coming before the fall and all that. But really, just take that to heart for a minute. Think about what that means about being empathetic and about trying to, experience someone else's pain, right? I'm not talking about you have to take on everybody else's burdens and everyone else's problems. That's not what I'm saying. Just be empathetic for a minute, okay? You'll be a better person for it. You might even feel better. You might even do something really meaningful. Okay, you have no idea. Even if you can't give your money, give your time. Be empathetic to someone. Go to go volunteer at a soup kitchen, okay? A homeless shelter, a women's shelter. Go volunteer like that. Big brothers, big sisters. And you will be amazed at the difference an hour of your time can make in someone's life. I mean, in some situations, it is literally the difference between life and death for some people. Where some people today would end their lives because of how their life is, you giving an hour of your time, $1 of your own money, can make a huge difference. Okay. So that's me. That's me being up on my soapbox. Alright. I'm pretty much done now. I've got that all out of my system, everything. But yeah. So I hope you understand. I hope you enjoy those kind of chats. If you don't, if they're too preachy, I'll stop them. I promise I will. I don't mean to get up on my soapbox, make anybody feel uncomfortable. These are just things that are, interesting or that I'm passionate about. Okay? So, we didn't do much building. We didn't do much but talk and sort of lay out, that the fact that I'm really excited about Stellar Overload and I'm really bad at this game. This episode should go out tomorrow, the 30th, which will actually probably be a double upload day, to be perfectly honest. I'll get 2 episodes out since there was such a gap in between this and the last episode. That's my plan, at least. There will be more building in the next one, and a funny story. Since I told you I'd have more of those, I sort of have that planned out. I finally found me a story that was family friendly. But yeah, so I think whenever we come back together in the next episode, I think we will grab us some glass, we will grab us some iron doors, we will set up our little cube-shaped observation study area around our impact crater. I might be able to craft up 1 diamond block just to kind of stage it, and we'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll end up with some more diamonds. Yeah, we'll get back to building and telling everybody stories, but I had some stuff on my mind today that I wanted to get off. I knew that I needed to go mining, and I just wanted something to chat about while we did that. So I'm going to go ahead and get my hunger bar all the way up, because I'm sure I'm going to be doing some other Minecraft stuff off camera. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys, if you like the video, like it. If you dislike it, that's okay. You can hit the dislike button. Just tell me why down in the comments. Subscribe if you want to see more of these videos while they come out. Like I said, tomorrow, the 30th of September, is when you should be seeing this video, and it should be a double upload day. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you liked what we talk about, and I'll be seeing y'all on the next one.